I haven't been more perturbed than I have been recently. I'm watching a lot of smart people online and listening to a lot of different people talk, but they all miss the point. I think they all have missed the point of what a real reset is. Even real smart people like John Levi, he has no concept of why they would even do a reset. Okay? He's totally asleep. Sleep at the wheel. Hope somebody sends him a link to this video so he can learn. A reset means that there are cycles of things that happen the Brotherhood like to do. Okay? And what they like to do, and they are the ones that make the cycles. Okay? And these cycles go for 1,000 years or 500 years or 250 years or 50, whatever they decide on, okay? And this is a mega reset here, okay? Because there's a lot of different cycles that are converging at the same exact time. And that's why they call it 2020 vision. Because it's 2020, guys. 2020 is the year, but it's also for seeing clearly, isn't it? And they're the ones that gave us 2020. They're the ones that set up all the numbers to begin with. So we're going to see clearly, but it's not us, guys. It's not us that's going to see clearly. We're living in the middle of the reset, so we don't see clearly. It's all cloudy to us. We don't understand what it is. And the reason for that is because you're living in the middle of history being written. All these things you see, all these cameras being flipped on, everybody out there in the streets with their masks on, everybody burning the shit down, everybody doing everything the Brotherhood wants them to do, and they've been programmed to do by the Brotherhood, by the television, by the media, okay? All those things are part of the plan, and of course, and you're watching history being written. These little video clips that you're seeing and that we have, like Black Lives Dragger, and a lot of people have put up some of these little video clips, little 20-second clips. Those ones are going to be the ones that people of 50s to 100 years from now will look and see and say, well, this is, the little talk over narration, little digital voice will say, the beautiful things you're seeing now are pictures from the 20th century. And they'll show beautiful things and how things were. But then September 11th happened, and they'll show a clip of the plane going into the side of the buildings there. Or whatever, if you don't believe it, I don't care what you believe. But, if it's a hoax, it doesn't even matter. They're going to show the clips just like, okay. And people weren't clear back then either. What is this happening for? Why is this happening? They would say, what's going on? History was being written. Okay? In 75 years, the cucks that live then won't care, and there won't be very many of them. There's going to be a huge purge. And the people that live then are going to say, well, they're not going to care, guys. They're going to look at the clip and they're going to say, damn, plane smashed into it. And then all these racial things started firing up. And they'll show clips of all the things that I've talked about. A buildup, see, to the 2020, right? And then they'll hit us. They'll hit those people in the future and they'll say, now, guys, look at what you've got. 2020 came and COVID-19. And the people were put on lockdown worldwide. And that's how they'll talk. That's how they'll do the talk over. And they'll say, at the precipice of almost winning and almost beating COVID. Then they'll show that clip of this Floyd guy and he's a Mason, with a Mason on his back and doing a ritual in the middle of the street for the cameras. And the people 100 years from now won't know any different. They won't know. Of course, what do you know from 100 years ago, huh? And so everyone will see that, and it'll just be a little thing in history, and it won't mean anything. To them, to those people that are living in the new world order, the digital age that is going to come. To those people that have been in it for a couple of generations, they won't care how it happened or who it happened to or why it happened even. Maybe the ones that want to know why will look into the archives and see videos of people rioting in the street wearing masks. And of course, they're just going to buy it, like everybody else buys everything else that we see in the history books and that they think is real. But it was written by the winners. I'll reiterate. So anyway, guys, there's your black pill. But it's not too late. It's not too late to smash their system. In order to do that, though, you're going to have to have everybody work together. And I just don't see myself working with those people. Okay? So we've got to get those people out of there. Now, I've seen some clips of some people, all different races, mostly white,
that finally did grab their scars and their ARs and their AKs and their guns. And they finally did go out into the streets and they finally did hold it down in the streets and say, you're not going to burn this. You're not going to burn anything. Go on, rioter. Go on, looter. Go on, protester. Get the fuck out of my face. I've seen whites, blacks, Mexicans. I've seen everybody do that. And that gives me hope. But that's what it's going to take, is for everyone that's real, good people. I don't care what color you are. If you're a good person, you got to stand up and you got to say no way. But I don't hold much hope for that. Whenever I see white people getting in front of the blacks, bowing down before them in a Freemasonic ritual that the blacks don't know anything about, the Bulls do. That's Bull, black Freemasonry. They know why that those black people have the whites in front of them doing their rituals and saying how sorry they were for everything. But those are racist sons of bitches who would get in front of anyone and say they're sorry. That means they held power over them. To say you're sorry for something means that I had power over you and I abused it. Okay? I'm sorry I did that. Okay? I held something over your head and or whatever the case may be, and I apologize for that. I'm sorry. You got to let me know exactly if I got on my knees, which is impossible. Okay? But if I got on my knees, for God, I'll do it. Of course I will. But for no one else. And I have that tattooed on my arm as well. No one. Okay? But if it's not of God, I don't want anything to do with it. I have a tattoo on the side of my neck that says OG, and it's in white ink, and that's of God. It's not of original gangster or any of the other crap that people would have you to believe. It's of God in old English script in white. That's how much, guys. A lot of people make these channels and they do these things, and you see them with all their million subs and all that and everything, guys. You think they would live it like I do? You guys have no idea, but I talk like this all the time.